Alrighty. Got things going. Looking at stream and recording. Oh, the stream's not started yet. Haha. Yep, you're gonna hate me for that. And go live. There we go. Whoever ends up editing this, just remember to cut this first bit out, okay? Right. Alright. Let's get into it. Continue. Yep. Okay, so last time we did this, the game ended up crashing on me, unfortunately, and we're gonna start back from the beginning. Before I do anything, do I have... Yes, I do. I have 2 of them. So, let's start with the war zone. The enemy of my enemy. War zones are kind of cool. So you know how in, like, kill events, you end up, like, using a power or a weapon or whatever to just kill as many of the enemies as possible? Well, in this one, you know, you are walking in on a set of enemies fighting each other already. Usually the infected versus the military. And you randomly decide to just choose to fight with the infected, or choose to fight disguised as a military, or even sometimes as Alex Mercer with the military. And for that brief mission alone, you know, your allies, whoever you're fighting with, will not attack you, and you are legitimately fighting with military or with infected to defeat the other. And they're a little fun. Okay, so we are going to fight as an infected ally to defeat the military. We have to win this war in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Not this war, this battle, sorry. Win the battle, not the war. The war is a whole other fight altogether. 3, 2, 1, go. Actually, what am I doing? Did you have a gun? You did not have a gun. I need your gun. Thank you. I do not have... Okay. Alright, me and Hunters can tag team these guys. I can also... One of the guys up here had a bazooka, did they not? Yeah, let's grab this. Shoot you. Another tank. Shoot you. I just wasted a shot. I mean, honestly, like, this might seem like I'm going slow, and to be honest, I kind of am, but what am I doing? Grab an assault rifle. Give me this. But I'm not doing too bad on time, is essentially what I'm trying to get at. I just need to start knocking down some of these foot soldiers. Get you, get you, get you, get you. I already got you. Get you, get you. Let me get your bazooka. Ow! Not nice. Hold on, I gotta go kill your tank. I'll be back. Are we good on tanks? I think we are. Yeah, see, I told you, we're like not even at a minute 40, and I am like messing around a lot during this. Like, that could have been completed a hell of a lot faster, but, you know, that's probably about 10 seconds more than platinum time. Either way, we'll leave it. But yeah, that's what war zones are. And another fun fact, where war zones are active, I think they're called war zones. Hold on, let me double check that title. I'm probably calling it the wrong thing this whole time. Yeah, it's called a war mission. So at these locations, you can find specialized infected enemy. And by that, I mean... there we go. No, stop grabbing people, I want the monster. Okay, this thing. This runner, which is basically just an infected woman, these guys are a little bit above regular infected zombies, which I would have to take you in an infected zone to see those. But these guys right here that I'm holding usually don't roam around in free mode. They usually only pop up during, like, story missions and other things. But because we're here at a war zone, we can find these specific things running around with the military, and obviously we can come in and fight whichever side that we want. Again, one of those instances where if you need some experience, want to grind for a little bit, find one of these and disguise yourself as a military person. And I am one of the military fighting against one of these infected. They just think I'm some sort of super soldier as I go around, and as long as I don't attack them directly, or, I mean, screw it, even if I do go around attacking them directly. Hold on. You there. I'm gonna grab you in front of everybody. Nobody cares. Everybody's too busy. See, even if I get spotted, like, I just instantly change and I'm back to being anonymous. So, they're all too busy to really highlight onto me. And even if they do, they're not gonna, like, call in strike teams or anything. So, yeah, you can just sit here, have fun fighting these guys. Like I said, they're a little bit stronger than the regular infected, so you can punch them around a little bit more than usual. And we have one last kill event before we move on, so let's go for that. Running, 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 jump. 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 Oh, there's an important person. Hello there, sir. I am sorry, but you have important memories that I would like. Sergeant Maz Robert Johnson.
As of today, we are folded under control of 1st Biological Warfare Command out of Fort Detrick. They're calling the shots on this. I don't want any fucking lip. They tell you to jump, you jump. Do not mistake these guys for dabblers. They have seen serious shit in the past.
So all that memory just told us is essentially Blackwatch are the ultimate authority. They are the military answer to Blackwatch on all this stuff. So one thing that I usually like to do is when I jump in, I'll usually like destroy a military base or two. You know what? We're doing this playthrough. Y'all are having fun with me. You're enjoying me going through this stuff. We're gonna tackle a military base. It's gonna give me some experience. It's gonna be a little bit fun to watch me just mess with these guys, so we're going for it. Oh, there's another important guy. I saw him on the radar. Where are you at, Mr. Important Guy? Come on, lock onto him. Aw, he's a civ. Oh well. I will take another military disguise. Let's see what you tell me.
What do you think goes on in her head?
Nothing. Her brain was fried by the virus.
She seems...
Yeah.
It seems like she's waiting for something.
Like she's waiting for something? No way. Yeah, that kind of goes into the whole, like, I have no idea what her grand plan was last time we did this. Or I basically ended up saying, like, I don't really understand why she waited for, like, virtually nothing. I mean, I guess the simple answer is like she was waiting for another outbreak to make her move, and Alex Mercer being there was the outbreak. But, like, I don't know. I feel like her plan was missing some steps. Maybe she was overconfident, maybe she thought Alex Mercer wasn't anything special. Even though I'm pretty sure, you know, given who Elizabeth Green is and how, like, the infected are able to see/perceive each other, like, That just seems like something that she would have been able to instantly see / know, you know?
Sir, we've got a priority situation in New York.
The Idaho runner?
Something else. Sir?
Get the old man on the horn. I want 2 battalions ready to move from Dietrich. Full gear. It's starting again.
So that was the memory of them realizing that Alex Mercer is a thing, and all this stuff is happening here in New York. So that was the start of the military coming out here and doing their stuff. They realized that another outbreak is happening, just like with Hope, Idaho. Wait a minute. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh my god. I got caught up in talking, and I missed some very important steps here. Oh, I can't get back in. At least not without... Is there a commander? I don't see another commander. Alright, well... Tra-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la. I'm Alex Mercer. Okay, now we grab this and aim at the building. Shoot, 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 shoot. Give me this. Oh, there's a tank. Okay, yep. We're gonna dip a little bit. I can mess around with the foot shoulders. I can't mess around with the tank. Tank will kill me. Alright. I need a bazooka. Preferably one that has full ammo. We're gonna call in an airstrike. And we're gonna shoot. And shut up. And shoot. And there we go. Military base destroyed. While I was in there, I should have like caused a lockdown and fought my way out, but unfortunately I did not do that. We're gonna steal this tank and kill everybody. There we go. Hooray! I actually have a lot of experience.
Suspect is on the run. Please acknowledge. Pull back from the search and be ready to move. RTO.
Every time I turn around, there's another important person. Doop, doop, ba-doop, 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 ba-doop. Edmund Harper with a PhD.
It's 1964, right? The Army built a town. They told people to test a self-sufficient base in case of a nuclear attack. They filled the town with a cross-section of ethnicities. Army families from all over. They told them it was progressive. They told them lots of things. And then something happened that was to test their faith.
Yeah, so essentially what they're talking about is these guys, whether it was the military, whether it was Black Watch, whether it was Gentech, whether it was all three of them, you know, essentially wanted to do their studies back in 1964 in a town called Hope in Idaho. The town was called Hope. It was in the state of Idaho. And we will learn more about what exactly happened at Hope, Idaho as we go through the story. It's kind of one of those things where we're a little too early on in the story to really start discussing that. It will be slowly revealed to us over time. We have to use this armored vehicle to kill as many infected enemies as possible. And I know that they're infected because if you look on the left, we have our numbers in the triple digits that we have to destroy. Our goal is to kill 270 infected people. Infected monsters. Let's start, and I'll show you how this is possible. So we won't really see much in the way of infected, like, for a little while. We're still early in the story. But probably in the next mission or so, we're gonna start getting like infected hives and all those things. But yeah, this is how we hit those numbers with the infected. Essentially what we do, so the infected don't necessarily have to be like the monsters that are chasing after you. So for example, there are monsters, all those back there. The game kind of gives you those, but they're kind of a bait that you're really supposed to ignore, because all of these zombies that we see walking around, those all count as infected. So as long as I drive forward and cause as many car explosions as possible, which kill all the surrounding zombies as many as possible, I will more than make our number criteria for the sake of this challenge. See, I'm already hitting 200, and I've still got like 50 seconds left. Here in just a moment, we're going to hit our goal, and then we're going to see how much further we can take it. The more crowd/clutter, the better, because obviously that's just more explosions for the price of less ammo. Even though we have infinite ammo anyway, you do see that things do go on cooldown. So for example, the top one is like the mounted machine gun, or I don't know artillery all that well. It's the weaker gun, it's not the missiles, right? The missiles take a second to recharge and then they're going, but the machine gun has a heat up that once it heats up, it doesn't like to be fired for a little bit. And that's just something to manage on top of whatever your ammo count is. So yeah, blew 270 out the water, but just mindlessly driving around and blowing up zombies. And I just got like 17,000 experience, 31,500 experience points for all that. So, yeah. We have 413,000 experience points, so let's see what we can upgrade. Movement is your most important upgrade skill tree. Movement will allow everything to happen. Alright, so we're gonna... we don't have a lot. Actually we do. What am I talking about? We can get sprint, we can get air recovery, and that's everything that we can get in movement right now. We've got survival. Let's see. Charge throw might start being necessary. We're also going to get ground shatter. We can also get a new devastator. I mean, to be honest, we kind of have enough for everything. Let's get the kick boost. We're going to hold off on sprinting throw. I don't necessarily use sprinting throw all too much. Thermal vision's kind of fun, but not really necessary. If we're just really looking to burn XP, we'll get it. I guess we can get the sock and boppers, but I don't really want to get those yet. They're not really all that important. Okay, here's what we'll do. We'll get the sprinting throw just to complete the combat skill tree for right now. We will also get the sock and boppers. And, I mean, we can afford it. We still have 125,000 and everything's acquired, so... yeah, let's get the shield power. Let's get the hammer fist smackdown. Let's get thermal power. And we still have 30,000. We got all the skill points we literally can. Got all the upgrades we literally can. Oh my god, stop. I will explain. Thank you, game. Alright, so we just got a lot of things, so let's do a quick rundown on what everything is. Let's stop being Civ for a second. So, if we bring up our power wheel, this is how we access all of our abilities. We have our claws, we have our sock and boppers, we have Alex himself, we have disguise. We have our shield power. Now, this shield is a defense option that doesn't activate unless you are sprinting. Once you start sprinting, you end up getting this, kind of, I don't know what to call it. Alex Mercer's freaking, his biomass turns into this giant shield that you can do. Let's see if I can find a crowd. You can kind of do stuff like this. And just kind of bulldoze through everybody here. Bam, 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 bam. It's good for blocking bullets. Bullet fire doesn't really have much effect on this. Missiles can break it. Your shield can become broken. So it's not necessarily, to be perfectly honest, I guess it's technically good to keep on. It doesn't hurt anything. But if we turn it off, you'll notice that we will run a lot faster. So that is one of the things in this game. You are constantly trading your speed and mobility for defense. Right? We will... Never mind. We're not going to spoil that. Anyway, so that's a shield. It's very fun. If you've ever seen videos online of people just mowing through oceans of people, which is something you can do if you find the right location, that's where that comes from. We also ended up getting thermal vision. Thermal vision, as it implies, allows you to see heat signatures. This is good for, say there's a lot of explosions going on. You turn on your thermal vision, you'll still be able to see all the people you're fighting. Notice this. Even though it is thermal vision, the infected zombies, this person that I am holding, shines brighter than the regular civilians, right? So let me consume you real quick. This is a zombie. This is a civilian. Whoop, I saved the person. Look at me, I'm a hero. I'm gonna save you, sir. But only because I'm trying to prove a point. See how not lit this is, and see how lit this is, including me? Alright, sir, you have outlived your usefulness. Where'd he go? I have to send a message. Oh, it's not gonna target him. Excuse me, sir. I need to grab you. Bye-bye. He's dead. Right, so thermal vision. It also, messes with your, with all the sound. If you want, a quick, easy way to kind of deafen things around you, you turn this on, and it kind of drills down all the chaos a little bit. We will eventually get an infected vision that does that, but kind of the exact opposite. We'll see that when it comes up. I'm gonna be a cop for a little bit, because, this is the only time you can really play as a police officer is early game. Okay. We got all the side missions done. Let's do main story. Let's go. Let's check out your memory.
Codename Mother exhibits odd characteristics not consistent with DX1118 infection. Whether this represents a natural immunity or something more remains to be seen.
So, what does this mean to our research?
We all agree she represents the best chance we have to crack the virus's defenses.
Right, so during this experimentation at Hope, Idaho, where more than what they were promised to the civilians that were there, was all going on. An interesting anomaly happened. There was a young woman named Elizabeth Green, and despite being, infected with this DX1118 virus that they keep referring to, she did not show any symptoms or any signs at all of the infection. She was perfectly healthy. In fact, just the opposite. She actually became more healthy and basically, became untouched by all of time and effectiveness. She doesn't age. She doesn't get hurt. She doesn't, you can cut her, but she'll, almost instantly heal. You can, get her dirty, but she can, clean herself if she wants to, or she can let herself look all messy and groggy. And everybody on the project basically unanimously said, hey, this girl is showing crazy, amazing things. If we just keep studying her, we will be able to figure out what this is and how to make it tick and how to make it work for us. And we will eventually see the results of what happened.
We know a few things about the outbreak. There are 2 genetic strains at work. I need samples from both types to be able to treat it. First, you're going to have to locate samples from infected water towers, and then collect samples from a full-blown hive. The water towers are prevalent in these areas. Get there, destroy them, and collect the material. Then head uptown and get the material from the hive.
Whatever's happening here, this is only the beginning.
Oh, how right you are. Water towers. Infected water towers. Infected water towers are incubators for hunters. When you approach, they will begin to hatch. When you back away, they will become dormant. If you stay near it for too long, a hunter will erupt. Generate genetic material by destroying the infected water tower before it can hatch. So, in other words, all this thing really is either a monster fight. If I come up and stay near it and it gets all infected looking like that, if I had stayed near it for another second, a hunter would have hatched out of there. Or if I destroy it, this yellow, these yellow orbs come out and they give me experience. So I can farm one of 2 things from these water towers. I can either farm fights, if you just want to fight hunters as Alex Mercer for a little bit, even the hives are technically better for that. But let's say you don't want to deal with the numbers of a hive, you just want one infected hunter to have a quick one-on-one monster fight with. You can force one to hatch. So, for example, we got some military guys here. Let's cause a hunter to hatch and back away as the military freak out. Now, keep in mind, a hunter will always prioritize you over all other enemies. So if I land down here, the military are going to shoot at things, but, their effectiveness may vary. Come on, where's the hunter? There he is. Yeah, they're not going to have a chance against him. Even if he is primarily focused on me, he will eventually just kill them out of, trying to attack me. Or I can stand near them and have the hunter attack them while he tries to attack me. Hey, why did I get blamed? The hunter did that, not me. Alright. Let's kill the hunter. Come on, buddy. I need you down here. There we go. Alright, let's get back on task. We need to get genetic material because that's what Karen Parker wants. So we're going to fly over to it. Boop. Yeah, essentially 2 air kicks is all you really need to destroy it. Which is one of the reasons why I wanted to go ahead and get the kick boost, because that makes your kicks a little bit stronger. The only downside is you can only do 1 kick from 1 jump. So you jump 1 time, you can only kick once. If I start pressing the kick button more than once while in the air, it just won't register at all. We will eventually get another move that we can pair with the kick and give us a little more aerial combat options, but for now, that's kind of... For every 1 jump, you get 1 kick. And if your kick doesn't land, you're kind of just floating. Hold on, let me see if I can get high enough to demonstrate. Okay, so we're really high, we're gonna kick, and now I'm spamming the kick button, and it just didn't happen until I landed, right? Alright, so, this building right here is a hive. We want to keep the hive alive because it will eventually spawn those little yellow orbs that we were collecting from the water towers, like right here. We're going to collect it, and eventually that bar that just popped up with hive genetic material written underneath it, we need to fill that up. Now, because this is a game, you know, we can't have this be too easy, so military are going to have to come and start trying to stop us. But dealing with the military is actually really easy. While wearing a military disguise... Oh, okay, Hunter blew that one up. Okay, Hunters blew them both up, so that's actually really good. We want the military to be dead because the military are going to attack the hive, which if the hive is destroyed before we can get enough genetic material, that's bad. We fail the mission. So we want to keep the military away from the hive, at least long enough for us to collect the material. Once all the material is collected, you know, we don't really need any of them anymore. We will destroy the hive after all that. And it's good to just kind of keep your military disguise as you're running around. It just makes this a whole lot easier. It becomes a little too unbearable having both the military and the infected trying to kill you. And if their foot soldiers' numbers become too much, just do a Devastator. Do be careful with your Devastators, though. 1, it'll make you seen by the military. 2, your Devastator can end up doing damage to the hive itself. Which is, you know, the exact opposite of what you want to do, right? Alright, I need to... Come on. Dip in here. Switch. Jump back down. Now that we're not all wanted and everything. Oop. Alright. Getting material, getting material. Okay, so now you steal a tank. Because we're in military disguise, we can just get into it. And because we get into it, we stealthily kill everybody inside without any detection. We leave the tank, and now this is just a dead, lifeless, unmoving tank that's right there, just taking up space. That we can get in if we want to, but since all we need to do is collect genetic material, we're just going to leave it alone. The helicopters are a threat, but really the tanks and the military guys with bazookas are the biggest threat to the hive. And like I said, we want to keep the hive alive as long as we're collecting this yellow orb stuff, which we're almost done. You know, these guys really aren't doing that much damage to... Aren't really doing too much damage to the hive. I think they've only gotten it down to like 65-75% health, which is really good, you know, all things considered. Also keep in mind, as soon as we're done collecting all this material, we are going to blow up this hive. Make no doubts about that. Oh, 50%. Oh no. Whatever will I do? Alright, let's check what we did. We got 25,000 XP. We have 22 upgrades unlocked. 2 events unlocked. We cost the military $510.74 million in damages. Which, keep in mind, the last mission we already had like 200-something thousand million in damages. We have had almost 500 military casualties, 191 civilian casualties, and 664 infected casualties. Cool. And destroying a hive is very easy. You just jump into a tank, you turn, you look at it, and you spam all of your guns. So, while we are here, before we blow this up, because we can blow up the hive at any time, once again, we have an opportunity to grind as much experience as we want. That's the game telling you how to do the territory stuff that I explained last video. So while we are here, we can run around in our military disguise, and just like with the war missions, as long as we can maintain our disguise, we are one of the military. They see us as one of them. They will ignore us, they will tolerate some of our high-profile actions, that as long as we don't hurt too many of them. So I can come here and just super soldier all these zombies, and none of these military guys are going to look twice at me. They're all caught up in their fight. Another cool thing, okay, you there with the bazooka. You will notice that even if I get blown up by accidental friendly fire, if I can make one happen. Here, I'm next to the hunter. Okay, that was a bad example. Usually their friendly fire won't hurt you if they are, like, hostile towards you. But I keep getting hit by the hunter, so I can't really demonstrate it too well. Or, you can start feeling brazen and transform and decide I'm gonna, fight all the military and all the infected, and I'm gonna kill the hunters. Because, I'm Alex Mercer, and I'm the biggest badass in all of badassendom. So we're gonna fight you. We're gonna take you out. We're gonna come over here, grab you, eat you, grab your gun. Foot soldier, foot soldier, foot soldier, foot soldier, foot soldier, foot soldier, foot soldier. Sock and bopper. Gotta blow up the tank. Ba-boom. But yeah. Essentially, we can just kind of hang out, fight as much as we want. One thing that I personally like to do is I'll come up here, usually with a military disguise, so let's get out of sight, transform. You get up on the roof, and you just wait. Now, the waiting isn't going to have to take very long, because eventually one of them's going to come. Eventually a hunter will come and join me up on top of this roof, once they, realize that I'm up here. Remember, Alex Mercer is always the priority target for infected hunters. He's down there. Maybe I can go and kick him and make him mad. You there. Alright, now come. Oh, okay, his friend's gonna come. And now, we essentially just have this, this nice little rooftop arena that we can just, have our little death battle with these hunters. And the hunters, they can fight, they can kill us. They can roam around and throw things at us. But you basically just kind of present yourself as, I am king of the mountain. All of you hunters, come at me. And you just keep having these 1-on-1 or 2-on-1. Sometimes even 3 or 4-on-1 with later hives. They produce more hunters. But yeah, just keep having death matches with hunters. All fun, all good. Okay, we're done messing around here. We don't need to fight anymore. We're going to destroy the Hive. I know, Hive, you don't want to be destroyed, but we're going to destroy you. Like I said, you take tank, you point at building, and you fire until all of your things are gone. And the Hive will be destroyed. And there we go. And now, because we destroyed the Hive, we have a whole lot of the gold orbs around here. And every single one of these gold orbs gives you experience and health. But there is like a short time limit to where they will eventually just kind of disappear. I want to say that's like maybe a minute, maybe a minute and a half. It's not very long, so you don't want to like hang around too long not collecting them. It's all for good, fun experience. And yeah, we killed the Hive. That killed all the infected in this area. And we have a military consume event over here, so let's go do it. You'll see the bodies of all the infected zombies littering the streets. That Hive destroys everything in like a 5-block radius or something like that. You're gonna see no infected in Central Park, at least until the Hive respawns. So all these people are currently at peace. And again, I do want to reiterate, you know, all of the things do respawn. Military bases respawn, hives respawn. So don't get too caught up in, oh, I want to completely clear the map and make sure that there are no enemies anywhere, because those attempts will be futile. By the time you go and clear another military base or another hive, the previous one will have already respawned. I made that mistake a lot when I first played this game. Military base infiltration. We have 3 minutes to infiltrate a military base that it's going to tell us this direction. Alright, so we know this song and dance. First, let's travel there. Yeah, we still landed pretty hard. All hard landings will cause all this military attention, so you kind of want to try to not do that. It's not like I'm in threat of being found out. It's more along the lines of it takes more time. And the quicker I can come and consume this guy and go inside the base, the better. I mean, technically, like even now, like I could turn into Alex Mercer and just cause a ruckus. And none of this is going to make me fail the mission, you know. All this is completely within reason to do. There's a tank over here, so let me get out my sock and boppers, drop my artillery rifle, blow up the tank. We need another rifle, so we're going to get you. Oh, there's another tank. Tanks are going to respawn. I think I can pull my sock and bopper. Yeah, no, it's gonna make him kick. Okay, never mind. Alright, we're gonna blow up the tanks. Grab you. I need some health. Okay, so we're getting to a minute, so let's jump over here. Break line of sight, switch disguise. Now, because we are no longer the commander, we actually need to wait for the commander to respawn. So, we just gotta give it a minute. I may have done too much. I may have caused this to fail. Hopefully it doesn't take too long for a commander to respawn. Things gotta calm down a little bit before he can respawn, though. Come on, where's he at? Where is he gonna be at? Come on, give me a commander, please. I have 30 seconds. Please give me a commander. Oh no, it's not going to give me a commander. This is bad. Yep, I messed around too much. Look at that. I was trying to show off that the game doesn't fail you for messing around and causing mayhem, and that very demonstration is going to be what makes me fail. Unless the commander magically pops himself out in the next 5 seconds. Nope, I failed. Okay, no worries. We will do it again. Oh, shoot. I can't do it again. Oh, that's bad. That's very bad. Oh my god. Of course he appears after the time doesn't matter. Alright. Well, thankfully... Oh, important person. Let's get the important person. Thankfully, all I have to do to restart the mission is go consume the military guy again. Let's see what your memory is.
It represents the most intriguing human carrier ever discovered to date. Its body produces hundreds of unique strains on a daily basis. Most are harmless, a few are deadly.
So what's it doing?
It's like it's evolving at a rapid pace. It's war dialing at a genetic level. It's becoming something else.
So basically what that memory just told us is, while they were experimenting with all these crazy diseases, they noticed that one strain of the disease, just for whatever reason or another, they haven't been able to identify up to that point in that memory, that the disease is rapidly changing, rapidly mutating, rapidly adapting to anything and everything that they can throw at it. And they don't understand why. Military base infiltration, 3 minutes. We're just going to rush through it this time. Correction, we're going to blow up some helicopters. And then we're going to run through it this time. Come on. I need your back, sir. There we go. And let's enter. Alright, so we got 1, we got 2, we got 3. So the easiest thing to do is, while we have a commander costume on, let's get our commander. And we're going to push him this away. Rotate the camera. Push him this away. And he's isolated. Nobody can see him. We can consume him.
This briefing is Class A1. The Federal Emergency Prosecution Act applies. This is the situation as we understand it. The virus is centering around structures in the city we've designated hives. The infected gather biological material in strong points for unknown reasons, possibly to generate new strains of the outbreak. What we do know is this. The integrity of the building is stronger, but not immune to attack. A sustained attack of sufficient force on the hive should destroy it.
Alright, now we just follow this guy around, because he's going to give us an artillery upgrade. Artillery strike upgrade, sorry. He probably won't become available until he dips into this corner. No, go back, go back. Go back, I want you back here. Oh, come on. Alright, whatever. No, you're not going up there. Nope. Turn around. You turn around. You are not going up there. You go any other direction but up there. Alright, just keep walking. Just keep walking. Got it. Artillery strike upgraded. Although it didn't give us anything. Interesting. Maybe it's going to take a second. Alright, this will give us a grenade launcher skill. That's what he's currently holding. Which again will give us increased accuracy and increased ammo count as we find more and more guys who are experts with artillery. And you should give me a tank upgrade. Armor skill, which is armor is basically like a military vehicle. That's yeah. And essentially here we can just kind of cause some guy to push us and then push me and then push me and oh, I can't stand it anymore. Bruh. Wait, what am I doing? I need a gun. I did not pick up a gun. See all the smoke? It's thermal vision. Now I can see everybody. And I don't have as much, you know, exploding sounds and hard punching sounds all over the place, allowing me to concentrate a little bit better. There we go. And once again, we have our military base, so we're going to find missile guy. We're going to take your missile. And let's start we're going to start a pile right here. We're going to take you down, because I don't want you firing at me once I start things up. You, I'm also going to take down, because I don't want you firing at me when things get started. And let's go get these guys over here at the door. I don't think there are any more missile guys, which is fine. Alright, I think we're about ready. Keep in mind, we have these trucks and these boxes which can be picked up and thrown by Alex Mercer against the military base to also do damage. So we have 3 ways of damaging him. I can shoot the missile, I can pick up the boxes and throw them. I don't want to pick them up because that'll force me to waste a box and get me all wanted and everything. I can pick up a truck and throw it, and I have my artillery strike. So let's aim artillery strike. And we're going to start firing. And we're going to turn to Alex Mercer, that way we don't waste our disguise. And just like that, military base is gone. Before they could even respawn and come out and try to shoot me. Oh, was that somebody calling a strike, or... Alright. We can kind of get out of here. This is all done. Okay. What else do we have to do? There is a kill mission over here, so let's do that. I haven't even looked at the upgrades yet. I want to get all my XP in order before I go doing that. You can throw almost anything. Grab, charge for power, and throw. The heavier the object is, the more damage it will do. Upgrading your throw can give you boosts in both your throw range and damage. And the running grab. Throwing is great complement to your close in hand-to-hand attacks. Wow, that's an interesting sentence. Throwing is a great complement to your close-in hand-to-hand attacks. Use it against enemy structures, evasive vehicles, or pick off troublesome opponents when your health is low. I actually did really appreciate the hints in this game. It's not just like some generic press X to jump and press forward X to dodge. You know, it's actually like practical, useful information and strategy that you will need to utilize within the game. Vary combos between X and Y or square and triangle to find new ones. Some combos need to be unlocked before you can use them. Now on pencil and paper, that does sound like a sort of generic prompt, but one thing you will notice, hold on, let me grab this guy first and then I'll talk about it.
We knew they were high up, probably so high up that to see the office of the president, you have to look down.
And what did they have you working on?
Viruses. Odd viruses.
These viruses, would you classify them as biological weaponry?
It would be hard not to.
Alright, so that's one thing. We just learned that all this talk about Hope, Idaho, what they were doing was basically building biological weapons. There was no doubt about that. Anyway, so the X and Y thing, the square and triangle stuff. So you will notice that Alex Mercer has a punch combo that's usually 3 hits. 1, 2, 3. He also has a kick combo that is also 3 hits. Kick, 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 kick. I'm sorry, 4 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we can switch between the punch and the kick combos in actually a lot of different ways. Like, there are so many different variants to this, it's not even funny. So I can do 1, 2, 3, 4. I can do 1, 2, 3, 4. I can do like 1, 1, 2. I can do 1, 1, 2. I can do 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, literally playing around between your square and Y, your square and triangle button presses and your combos will cause a lot of different melee moves that come out of Alex rather than just 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll see he'll like do back kicks, he'll do, you know, swinging roundhouse kicks, he'll do knees, he'll do, okay, so like 1, you know, he'll do that over the shoulder fist drop, like 1, 2, backhand, 1 leg sweep, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. He'll do a low sweep, like all these different types of melee moves that you can only access through doing the combos. So, believe it or not, that's actually a really good hint. Jump attacks make you hard to hit, but don't do too much damage. Use them to whittle down opponents. I mean, that's just a basic fact. You know, you're always replacing mobility with effectiveness. And to be perfectly honest, taking advantage of Alex Mercer's speed is far more effective than just hitting harder for, you know, a little bit. You kind of got to pick and choose when you want to, you know, do hard stuff and do quick stuff. One more hint and then we'll move on. Grappling hunters is a great way to do significant damage in close quarters combat. Grab with circle and slam with B. Both same buttons. Grab with circle, slam with circle, grab with B, slam with B. We actually do not have that move yet. If we go into upgrades and go into combat, like at the very bottom, we have a grapple slam that we will eventually be able to upgrade to do... I'm sorry, that one. The Hunter Dirt Nap. This will allow us to grab hunters and flip them over us and just kind of slam them on the ground, and they'll just be, you know, ragdolled for a few seconds. They'll roll over. When they roll over, they produce a shockwave that'll, like, ragdoll you a little bit if you're nearby trying to capitalize on attacking them. Really, this move is best for, I don't want to deal with the hunter, let me flip you and run away. So we don't really get this for a little while. Oh, since I am here anyway, critical mass boost is important because that'll give us more Devastator ability. We only have 290,000. Air dash double boost, mandatory, gotta get it. Jump upgrade 3. We do need it, but it is 100,000, so let's hold up to see if there's anything we need more. Ground spike is cool, but we don't use the claws all that much. Whip fist. Muscle mass. Muscle mass is the most powerful ability in the game, period. I don't care who you are, it is beyond a shadow of a doubt the most powerful thing. I guess let's get the whip fist, and we'll get the whip fist sweep, and that should do us. I don't think there's anything else we can get for 17,000. Negative. But that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. So the muscle mass. The muscle mass, all it does is basically, like, take Alex's biomass and put it into his arms, which, even though we're not seeing, also affects his legs. And this doubles all of Alex Mercer's melee's attacks, which Alex Mercer has a lot of melee attacks, like we were just talking about. And you want to see this in action. There you go. Let's jump over here. We just splatter opponents. We just kind of one punch man everybody. Walk up to you and serious punch. Boom, just like that. You there, police officer. You are nothing to me. But yeah. You will definitely see me rely on the muscle mass power a lot. Let's come over here and grind the bones. Use the active power to kill as many enemies as possible. We have to kill 120 within... I don't know. I don't know what the time is. Oh, we got sock and boppers. Alright. And then remember, we have our time dilation ability, so we can slow things down. Alright, let's find more crowd. Big crowds, we want big, dense crowds. And don't worry about like finding a path to go back and forth. As you can see, like a lot of them will respawn in areas, so easy peasy. Can we get one more? One more? One more? One more? One more? Got it. Got it. 159. Not bad. What do you think you're doing, Mr. Tow Truck? This town ain't big enough for you. Eat zombie. Alright, what's our next event? We have a glide event. Let's go do the glide event. Whee! Yeah, look how high we're jumping. And keep in mind, there is a jump 3 that I have been holding off on getting. Just because of how expensive it is. But like, within 3 jumps, I am skyscraper height. Have to get within 5 meters of the target. Got it. 1.41. Ooh, that's close. Yeah, I wanted us to land like dead center of this little thing. Alright. I think that's it. It was just a 2, right? Yep, it was just a 2. Okay, are there any upgrades that I can cash in on last second before we move on? Consume boost is pretty good. This gives me more health for eating people and creatures. The kick launcher is cool, but we don't need it. The ground drop is important, but not right now. We will need that for something later in the game. The long range throw might actually be important. Definite maybe on the long range throw. Critical mass boost, don't have enough for it. Regen boost. So this just gives you like a faster regeneration for Alex Mercer will regenerate health when he is not in combat, or if enough time passes within combat. He'll slowly regenerate health constantly up to a certain point. But it's not super reliable, to be honest. I wouldn't rely on it. We got movement stuff for days, except for jump upgrade 3, which we're holding off on. We don't need any of these right now. So yeah, we are definitely going to get Consume Boost level 1. Oh, no. Long range throw. Yes, we're getting that. And keep in mind, all of our throws also apply to the muscle mass power, which is another reason why this is the most powerful ability. It is so powerful that that power did not make its way into Prototype 2 because they realized how powerful that power actually was. Regenerate health by avoiding damage for a few seconds. Find a place to hide that will heal and gain your health quickly. Yada yada. Just explained all that. Let's go to the main mission now. We're at a point where we're good. Alright, I need to work on optimizing my movement, so let's try to do that a little bit. Optimizing your movement in Prototype is not entirely as easy as it sounds, because it's a lot of making very split-second decisions based off of, do I want to prioritize forward mobility or vertical mobility? And depending on that answer will depend on how you execute your jumps and your dashes. So one of the things that you might realize is I am jumping very high and... Hold on. Visit upgrades, purchase new powers, abilities, and moves. Yeah, that's a generic one. You will notice that when I charge my jump up to maximum, that's typically what you will see. So how am I constantly launching myself skyscrapers high? Well, Prototype 1 has this really neat little ability where if you dash right as you jump, so like the moment Alex Mercer's feet leave the ground, not like after you're halfway through your jump, like it almost has to be simultaneous. So what I usually do is I'll charge my jump, hold R2, which is the button that you use to run, and then when I release jump, I will also release R2 and quickly repress it at the same time, giving me this. And that's essentially how you perform a super jump. That is how I am able to, you know, jump up skyscrapers and stuff. Even though my true max height is like not even a quarter of that. Right? The downside to this is, keep in mind, I only have 2 dashes. So if I use a dash to achieve a super jump, I now only have 1 dash to utilize while I'm gliding around. And dashing is integral to Alex's movement. That is how I'm able to turn directions quickly in the air, how I'm able to do my super jumps, how I'm able to extend my glides. Alex's dash is so integral to his move abilities. It is not even funny. Nope, go away. I need you.
She wasn't infected naturally. She was a damn test subject. We don't know that. This whole thing stinks. We're being set up. The results we've achieved, where do they go? They just vanish? What are you going to do? Whatever I have to.
Got some scientists conspiracizing. Although at the moment we have no idea over what. Alright. We have upgrades. I've been explaining things. Let's do story stuff.
Southeast Manhattan, but the carrier, the USS Reagan, is supposed to remain off the southern coast. I wonder where those tracks are heading.
Wherever they're going, I'll bet McMullen is there. He did this to me.
And then?
Then I'm gonna make sure he never does it to anyone else. Ever again. Shit. This is a fortress. Someone here knows McMullen, and they'll tell me everything.
Okay, so we can do this part one of 2 ways. We can either try to go in stealthily or loud. For the sake of, let's exercise a little bit of stealth. So first let's go find us a military disguise. Land all nice and soft so nobody like gets all alerted and stuff. Let's get you. So these things in front of me, that flashing yellow thing, is a viral detector. It will, you know, beep when I get near it, and if it, you know, the more it beeps, the more my suspicion meter goes up. If my suspicion meter goes all the way up and into the red, the alarms will sound and I will be found out. So you either want to destroy those or avoid those. And since we're kind of trying to be sneaky-ish, we're going to avoid for now. So let's charge some jump. Bye-bye. Alright, so we're just going to jump into the middle of this. We just landed in the middle of everything and may... Nope, we didn't raise an alarm.
We know Zeus has been spotted multiple times in this area. We're breaking out some new tech to pin him down.
This unmanned aerial vehicle can detect the virus at less than 10 parts per million in open air. With it, we should be able to box Zeus in and destroy it.
So they have viral drones that will be able to detect me. Alright, so like always, I know I keep saying this like at every other location, but currently where I am at, this is a... Let me pause the game. This is a, like, permanent, non-destructible military base. So, you know how over here we have the blue star icon, star icon. These areas, I can destroy this military base, and all this blue will no longer exist. Here, destroy military base, all this blue no longer exists. Here, you cannot do that. You cannot destroy a military base to make all this blue go away. So this is a permanent military base that no matter what, will always be here. So, if you just really like fighting the military, this is the area to go to just infinitely fight as many military, tanks, etc. as you want/can. They will infinitely respawn, you will not be able to stop them from doing so, all that good stuff. So, we have essentially what these are kill convoys with those viral drone detectors that we were just talking about. And I'm pretty sure they just detected me. Yep. So my military disguise is now useless. Let's turn to Alex Mercer, jump up a building, because they can't see high. I can climb high, they can't. Let's let my suspicion run down. Alright, so the easiest way to deal with these guys is to locate the tank. Where'd the tank go? Alright, over there. As a military disguise, you grab the tank, jump in, and use the tank against them. We need to destroy the tank, we need to destroy the drone, destroy the tank, destroy the drone, and then we're off to our next drone kill squad. We get back on our military disguise so we can move around without worry. And then once again, we find the tank, lock on, grab, jump in. We just got seen, but it doesn't matter because we're already in the tank. We just turn and destroy all of them. So one weird thing is when you exit a tank or any armored vehicle, for some reason, like, you can't activate your dash move for, like, until the camera goes from the vehicle that you are exiting to following Alex in his traversal. And I have no idea why that's a thing. I've just noticed that that is a thing. So, like, I'll show you once I steal this tank and when I go to exit. So, let me steal it. We're getting in. Alarms go off, try to rotate, tanks are slow in rotating. Unless you lock onto something, then they're just really nice and quick. So I'm going to exit, and I'm going to jump, but see, I wasn't really able to dash. Not until I, like, landed somewhere and, you know, the game, I guess, registered that I'm no longer in vehicle, that now I am doing foot traversal. I don't know. I have no idea why it is or what it is. maybe somebody who knows this game better than me can explain it to me. But yeah, that is a thing for whatever reason, one way or another. Now, something that you will begin to notice, you know how I talk about aiming and flicking targets as Alex Mercer causes that time slow effect, right? That doesn't happen when you are in a armored military vehicle. So keep that in mind as you go around. When you aim at something in a military vehicle, in a tank, helicopter, etc., there is no time slowed down, there is no anything like that. Oh. Alright, we're good. They detected me right before I was able to open the hatch, so instead of being able to smoothly get in like I've been doing, they detected me, so they just, within a split second, blocked the hatch, and I had to essentially break into the tank. Alright, I forget which direction. I think it's northbound? I believe northbound. They essentially send a backup kill squad, so the only difference with the backup kill squad is they have tanks and helicopters. So it's the same strat, the only difference is now instead of stealing the tank to blow up another tank, we steal the tank to blow up a helicopter. Nope. I beat you. And because there's only one drone at these, they are a little slower to detect me. So that's something to take advantage of. Actually, I think this one might have 2 tanks instead of a helicopter. Okay, I'm able to get 1 dash out, but I can't get the double dash for whatever reason. During the process of exiting a tank. Oh, I hit the wrong one. I wanted to pick the one that was already facing the other one, but I misinterpreted their direction of travel. Alright, and that should be it. There we go. 3 new events are unlocked. I got $1.16 billion in military expenditure, 804 military casualties, 232 civilian casualties, and 931 infected casualties.
Everything was getting worse. There were outbreaks across the city. There were hunters now, thanks to Green. Blackwatch quarantined the island. It became clear to me that McMullen, Gentek's director of research, had linked us all together. He worked for Blackwatch. He had studied Green. Karen and I had worked for him, before. He knew who I was, and maybe what had happened to me. I thought, when I find McMullen, I find myself.
Well, what did he tell you?
McMullen? Lots of things. Some of them even true. Then? Well, then he died.
Okay, so you see we're in day 6 of the infection and 20% of the population is infected. That means that now we have infected areas and infected hives. So now we're at the point where we can officially choose to destroy a hive, choose to destroy a military base, and make this entire area temporarily infection free. In fact, if I go do this infected consume event and this infected military event, there is a strong chance that this military event will make me destroy this military base, and this consume event, this infected consume event, will make me destroy either this hive or this hive. Probably this hive, to be honest. But yeah. And then we have this kill event, which I need the Whip Fist to do. And Strange Bedfellows, whatever this war event is. So, let's go get started. Let's do the consume events first. We'll do the military one, and then we'll do the infected one. Actually, we've been doing military one, so for the sake of, you know, things, we're gonna do the infected one first. So let's jump over here. Oh, no! Shoot. Crap. I saw the important guy right as I went to kill the infected guy. So let's get this memory. If the infected guy isn't back, we'll like run away a little bit. He'll respawn, we'll run back.
22:30 hours after murdering 3 personnel. Shortly thereafter, it is believed it kidnapped an operative. It is infected with a variant of the Blacklight virus, specifically DX1118, a substance whose effects on the human body are poorly understood at best. We have no clue what it is capable of.
Well, I'm sure we are playing the game of what he is currently capable of. We see it. Yeah, see, we don't have to run very far for the infected guy to respawn. They're kind of generous about that, to be perfectly honest. Alright, let's do this properly this time. Hive destruction. We have 3 minutes and 30 seconds to just destroy a hive. And essentially what this turns into is we have 3 minutes and 30 seconds to just come over here and, you know, we can... You remember how I said that we can do like the death matches against the hunters? We can fight alongside the military against the ever-spawning infected. We can do all that stuff for 3 minutes and then use the last 30 seconds to steal a tank and just wreck the hive, and yeah, that's easy completion right there. That's telling me how to destroy a hive, but we already know that. I have a civilian disguise, I need a military disguise. So I'm gonna grab a car, okay. So I'm gonna show off how powerful muscle mass is, right? So you see the health bar on the building, I'm aiming at the building, you see the red bar kind of in the center of my screen there. I'm gonna turn muscle mass off and throw this car at it. See, it took down a little chunk. Now I'm gonna grab this car, turn on muscle mass, and throw. And that takes down significantly more. Grab this, throw car, grab this. And we will eventually get upgrades to the muscle mass that'll make our throws even stronger, yet still. Like, it will eventually get ridiculous. But in, like, all the best ways possible. Oop. Strike team is inbound. Okay, so I actually haven't allowed this to happen yet, so I can take this second to explain what's going on. Essentially, strike teams are the military's best weapons against me. And what a strike team does is exactly what it sounds like. It sends aerial combat vehicles, primarily helicopters, to the area that will come and engage me in combat. But if I just do this, I'm going to destroy them. I can potentially destroy the hive. I did not destroy the hive, but I did a lot of damage to it. And I just gotta hit you. Oh, I need... There we go. Okay, we're down to the last 50 seconds, so let's grab one more car. And in all honesty, this should be enough to destroy it. There we go. Hive destroyed. We completed the mission, and we are good to go. There's a hunter still around. Oh, nope, he disappeared. Alright. There are yellow genetic material orbs that we can collect, but really they're not entirely worth it with the numbers that we're working with right now. So let's just go to our military guy and do the military consume event. Now, I keep pointing out, like, all these ways to farm experience points, and I know you think that, you know, oh, well, with, you know, double digits, even triple digits numbers of grind potentials for experience, you know, experience should be practically meaningless, and, you know, it should be super easy to constantly max yourself out. In fact, you'll notice that, like, this very first thing is worth 75,000 experience. And despite everything we've been doing, and despite, like, doing all these events, staying and playing around in some of the places that I keep saying we can grind for experience, we only have 193,000 at this moment. So, and we usually get experience in, like, maybe 1,000 to 10,000 range. We can get, like, big events that can pay us, like, 20 to 30,000, but, like, you know, experience is kind of frivolous. We don't really get infinite amounts of experience. Like, the Hunter Throw is 250,000. I could not buy this right now if I wanted to. I can get the Grapple Slam. Nope, I can't even get the Grapple Slam. I am 20,000 short. So, like, it's stuff like that. Let's get the Consume boost since we're here and since I'm talking about it. It's 40,000. We'll throw that out the window. We can afford critical mass boost. Yeah, let's get that. We'll need that for later. We don't need any of this, so we'll leave for now. You there. Thank you, sir. Military base destruction. So, same thing with the Hive, right? We have 3 minutes and 30 seconds to come over here and destroy this military base. I do not remember if we are allowed to enter the military base, do some running around, and then come out and destroy it. But since I mentioned it, and since I already made a fool of myself with the first military base, let's go 2 for 2, and we'll consume this commander, get ourselves into the military base, and see if we fail. Why not? We will consume you. We will teleport over here. No, okay, so it will not let us enter the military base at all because we're supposed to destroy it. You saw the message say, exit the event to enter the base. So, yeah, essentially, we're a military commander. We're going to come over here. We're going to call a military strike. We're going to grab our anchor arms. We're going to grab this. We're going to throw it. We're going to grab this. We're also going to throw it, even though it's not going to do too much because I already destroyed it a little bit. I'm going to grab this. Ow. Hey, stop it. Alright, well, I was going to throw a truck at it, but now I'm just going to send my tendrils on it. Because I need to clear out some of these guys. There are some explosive boxes over here, so we're going to grab this, and we're going to throw it. And we completed it. And kerplap! Look at that, I didn't even need the Devastator to destroy all the strike team. So I guess I didn't really explain it during the happening. Hold on, let me get some help from these guys and I'll tell you what I'm talking about. Tra-la-la-la-la. Tra-la-la-la-la. I can heal faster than you guys can damage me. I'm like that one scene in Sword Art Online Abridged with Kirito. Anyway, so if we go into upgrades, we go into combat. We had to purchase the Knuckle Shockwave, which is basically a thunderclap. And the Tendril Devastator is basically like, if we charge it to its fullest, and then a second longer, we activate this attack. Which is why we keep looking at the ground shatter drop. Because if we have the regular ground shatter, we can do the spike devastator, which I ended up getting, but I haven't even shown off yet. So this is what the spike devastator looks like. It's really cool, and it has its uses, but it's not like a very wide range. It's really just kind of like you want the gore and the destruction to turn up a little bit. It's good for like a whole bunch of tanks, so if you're just surrounded, you activate that, and it kind of clears things. Honestly, the Tendril Devastator is the best Devastator in the game. The Ground Shatter drop will allow us to do a ground shatter, which is essentially the ground pound. So it's like the thunderclap, but we just slam our fist on the ground and it creates a big old shockwave. We hold it too long, we do the Devastator. But this drop will enable us to do that move, but from the air. So that allows us, well, obviously I don't have the move, so I can't do it. But if we jump up, we can, instead of a kick, we'll do that. Which will also allow us to do a ground spike graveyard devastator from the air. So you want to talk about a devastating move that you just drop from like 3 stories high and just riddle an area and then keep moving. This is the move for you. I don't have enough experience for it. Right. What is next on our agenda? There is a movement thing over here, so let's go over here. Bop, 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 bop. Almost there. Yeah, we're starting to get to the point where we gotta be careful of our landing, otherwise we will, cause a giant meteor crater, which will just slow us down because we have to kind of take a moment to recover from that. Tower of Babel. We have to hit all the waypoints as quickly as possible. Our goal is to beat it in 30 seconds. Let's go. And got it. Which is funny because to me that felt really slow. We don't need to play it again. We got our time. We can move on. You're gonna play Death Trial. Actually, let's go to upgrades. I'm pretty sure if we go to movement, we can afford upgrade. Yep, jump upgrade 3. We're getting it. And is there anything else we can afford? We're down to 50,000. I don't think so. Yeah, no. That's fine. Yeah. Makes a huge difference. And again, we still have 1 or 2 levels on running and jumping to go. Like, we are not maxed out yet. We still have... There are more depths to Alex's powers. Alright, what is Street Sweeper? Use the active power, kill as many as possible within time limit. Kill 200 or more. And I already know we are going to have our Whip Fist, which I bought the upgrade, but I didn't really show, so this will be a perfect demonstration. So, the Whip Fist is good for 2 things. Long-range attacks and... literally the very move that this mission is named after, the Street Sweeper. Which is exactly what you see. Technically, I could be doing this better by taking advantage of the time power, so like so. Oh, I may have messed up. I am only at bronze. I have not been killing enough. Okay, this should be a good crowd. Okay. Oh, he knocked me out. Come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Alright, we got it. We got the gold. That's all that matters. But yeah, Whip Fist is kind of like a stretchy arm attack thing. And Whip Fist is another ability that I will admit Prototype 2 kinda made a bit better, sorta. It's a 50-50. We will eventually, no, we don't have access to it already. We will eventually get an upgrade for the Whip Fist that allows us to do like an extended arm grab. So like how I can tag that attack will turn into a grab that I can use to essentially be able to run around, grab, consume, move on. So that will be a strat that we will use later on in a further mission. But we have this to do down here. Hint orb, let's grab that. Not all powers are useful against all enemies. Experiment with powers against new enemy types. So some powers are better against some enemies than others, and other powers are worse against some enemies than others. I mean, sorta, kinda, but not really. Like, if you ask me, the most useful powers, in all honesty, is your muscle mass, your whip fist, and then this last ability, which I would play all secretive, but we saw in the very beginning that we get the arm blade power. Everybody who knows this game knows about the arm blade power. So the arm blade power is the most powerful thing in your arsenal. Well, it's sort of the most powerful thing. In the public opinion, the arm blade is the most powerful thing in your arsenal. But my vote is the muscle mass is the most powerful ability in your arsenal. Alright, so this war event, I believe, let's see. I don't want to make any. Fight as a military ally to defeat the infected. So this one's going to be a little interesting because our goal is to fight as a military ally, but we have to be wary of our attacks because our attacks can still kill the military that we are trying to help. And if we, for example, do a big old devastator to screen clear all the infected, well, the infected might have more numbers coming in, but all of our military allies will be dead, right? So we got to be a little careful in how we go about doing this. We have to win this battle within 1 minute and 50 seconds. Let's go. Okay. Give me your bazooka. The most important thing is to get rid of the hunters. So we can use our Whip Fist power to jump around and tag hunters. Really, in all honesty, the easiest way to beat this is to just steal a tank and blow up all these guys, but... Alright, if they're going to close in on me, I'm going to go muscle mass and just start kicking everybody. Yeah, you see how I just two-shotted that hunter? Alright, so we have 15 infected, 19 military, so we're actually doing pretty well. Let's grab an assault rifle since we have all these little human-sized runners. Come on, kill them. Thank you. But yeah, you see how I'm talking about where like the specialized enemies are a little stronger than your generic running around zombie NPCs that you always see. Okay, so we are... Yep, I'm just gonna screen clear. And hopefully all of our military allies aren't gonna die from this. Got it! And we beat it in 139.9. I will take that. Let's leave. We are good. So we remember how earlier we had that lady in the business suit? Well, now we have, it's an infected cop. That's who he is. Oh, ow. Hey. I needed him. I needed his help. Alright, so we're gonna... Another cool thing about war zone areas is they're a perfect spot to come and... Hey, I need a military disguise. Yoink. Don't worry about whether or not I get wanted, and we're gone. Alright. we have all of our side missions done. Let's go do lore. Let us go do story mission stuff. So one hint that I will give you is, you see all the crows flying around? Crows in this game will always circle infected water towers. So you see that? That's a hunter incubator. Let's grab our muscle mass, jump up, and kick. One punch! Yeah. One muscle mass, best power. Fight me on that. And see, now that the water tower is destroyed, all the birds are gone. So, if you find birds, you can destroy infected water towers, and that'll give you like a couple thousand experience for virtually nothing. Just another way to experience grind in this game. I point out all of the ways to experience grind because you do eventually hit to the point where you have to get like hundreds of thousands, if not a million experience points to upgrade some of your late game moves, and it takes a while to build up that much experience points. So learning where to stop and, you know, have a little fun fighting around with, especially early game, because early game everything is nice and easy, and you know they're keeping things light for the sake of you being underpowered at the very beginning. So there's a lot of fun to be had. You can create a lot of fun, like, you know, dialogue scenarios, like an epic fight between you and a hunter on a rooftop, this huge showdown between you and some military. Like, you know, get your creative juices flowing. You can have fun with them. You can gain yourself a bunch of experience early game, and just let it pile up as you go through doing missions. Because while missions are the best way of earning experience, as we've seen, there's only so much of them.
A network of detectors. If they can track me, they can track Dana.
Alright. So, we have to destroy the viral detectors. We can go in military disguise, but the viral detectors will start making us suspicious as soon as we go over there. So, maybe this is a time where we can go loud and heavy. And we have a lot of powers to do so. And again, our two best options are overload them with the muscle mass or attack them from afar with the whip fist. Let's start with the muscle mass. There will be different scenarios for different things, but let's come up, we're going to kick it, switch to whip fist, jump over, and hit. Boom, it's dead. And we're out of harm's way. Just like that. Those military guys don't know what to do. But just for fun, and because we're not, you know, doing anything speedrun related, yeah, we definitely need to upgrade our assault rifle skill, because all that should have done a lot of damage to that helicopter. Attack it from afar, switch to muscle mass, one punch man it, two punch man it, and then move on. Oh, there's an important guy over here. Hold on, guys. I know I'm destroying you and everything, but just give me a second, right? And then we can beat him with the muscle mass arms. Which just, you know, just makes it all the more brutal.
We told them we'd be introducing compounds into the town that simulated fallout, that we wanted to track it in the population. Harmless stuff.
This was the cover story?
One of them. It made it easy to take samples and run tests. No one asked questions. Everyone was happy to help.
So, going back to the discussion of Hope, Idaho. It has just been revealed to us that, you know, one of the ways that they got the civilians all to cooperate the way that they did is to tell them that essentially they were helping with, like, testing nuclear fallout in an area. Right? That is what the human population that were being subjected to all this believed was going on. And they just kind of attributed all of the weirdness to, okay, well, I've just got some weird radiation stuff going on, right? Which, you know, unfortunately, that's not at all what they were doing. Ooh, we have an upgraded helicopter. Bye, upgraded helicopter. I want to kill you. Ooh, you survived. Good to know. Yeah, you'll notice as we progress through the game that they start beefing up their hardware. So things that died in one punch will eventually start not taking one punch anymore. Oop. And then another thing that we can start taking advantage of is, you know, in between breaking the viral detectors, we can break line of sight, change into our disguise, and now the military aren't just sniping us from afar like they usually do. And so I just transform, come over here, hit that, transform, hit this again, and I'm gone. Down here, switch. And I just pop up here and I'm like, wow, guys, that was so crazy, wasn't it? I can't believe that Alex Mercer guy. He is so cool. Like, he is just, like, the coolest guy in all of Coolandom. Don't you know? Like, I just want to clap for him. Okay. I want the grenade launcher. I want to shoot you with the grenade launcher. Yeah, I definitely need some grenade launcher upgrades. My accuracy is not very good. That's okay. Things will upgrade as we move. Hit you. Badoop. Nope. I was just a little short. Boop. 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 Bye-bye. Land. Done.
At ease, Captain. Director McMullen, share your data with the Captain. Perhaps it will help him complete his mission.
Mercer, Zeus, rebuilds on a cellular level. A shapeshifter. We've used the DNA sample you recovered to synthesize a pathogen. Inside Zeus, the pathogen will generate a possible cure.
Do you understand your mission?
I'm to inject the weapon into the target, Zeus, and bring him in. Sir, with respect, all indications are that
Mercer isn't a he, it's an it. I will debrief you when you complete your mission. Dismissed. The captain always did have difficulty seeing the bigger picture.
No, you're just so caught up in your career and promotion that you're willing to throw away all of humanity to keep your way. Alright, so we have earned 25,000 experience points. We have one event unlocked. Military expenditure is $1.56 billion. Military casualties, 968. Civilian casualties, 291. And infected casualties, a whopping 1,258. That's a lot of death, people. Alright, so we have military consume, infected consume, and a glide event. Let's do the glide event first. That's going to be a little quicker than doing the military and infected events. I need to memorize where all of the landmarks are, especially if I'm going to start speedrunning this game again, like on higher difficulties and stuff. Because on higher... So, obviously you won't notice it with this playthrough, but on higher difficulties, enemies give you less experience. I don't think missions give you less experience, but overall enemies and... like destroying military bases, destroying hives, killing hunters, destroying tanks, taking out strike squads, etc. All those things give you less experience. Which obviously amounts to getting less moves early on, because your experience is how you upgrade your powers. So, being able to incorporate landmarks during your routing in the speedrun can definitely make up for the time that you are sacrificing for the sake of the difficulty setting. Fountain of Youth, 5 meters, let's go. Now, keep in mind, this 5 meters accounts for both horizontal and vertical distance. So, unfortunately, this isn't an area that applies to, just because there's nothing above it. But there will be some glide events where there's like a bridge above my target. If I land on the bridge and not the target, even if I am right on top of the target, it will consider me being on the bridge to be like 10, 20 meters away. Alright, so 1.2 meters, we are good. Alex didn't know what life was there for a second. Well, since that's here anyway, let's go and get him. It looks like the military consume event guy just kind of came over closer to us. That works for me. Let's get him. Oh no, Aww. The infected guy killed the military guy that I needed to consume. Never mind. I didn't want to do a military consume event anyway. They're lame. Actually, that's not true. They're easy experience, and he'll pop up in just a second. Go away. Nobody likes you. Uh-huh. Base infiltration, huh? Let's grab this hint orb over here because I see it. Hint orb, what do you say? Almost any living creature can be consumed for health. In other words, you have health everywhere. These people are health. Those people are health. These tanks can technically be health, because if you destroy the tank... Hold on. If you destroy the tank... they drop these little pink orbs that also fill up your health. Anyway. Tra-la-la. So we're gonna jump down here. There we go. Alright. Who are we getting? Who is surrounded? Usually the important guy is surrounded, so we will start with you. You there. We're gonna come this way. Uh-huh. Yes, sir. Come on. Oh, this is so much easier with a gun. I can't make an alert, so I can't just grab him. Alright, I need to push you more in between these trucks. There we go. Got him. We got him, chat.
Here's what's known. The subject could shift its body structure to an unknown degree. It can fashion portions of its body into a weapon, change its facial features, and perhaps even imitate voices and mannerisms. Long and short, it's a security nightmare.
Yes. In all honesty, like, Alex Mercer, this weapon is absolutely insane. He can copy anybody down to the cellular level. Your voice recognition, he can... when he consumes you, he gains your memory. So everything the person he consumed once knew, Alex Mercer now currently knows. So he knows how to act like you. He knows how to talk like you. He knows all of your memories. He can pass any identification test you can possibly think of throwing at him. He has your fingerprints. He has your tongue prints. He has every aspect of your DNA copied. There is zero way of being able to tell if you are invaded by this character. Really cool stuff. And having a game surrounded around somebody or something that can perform this type of, disguise and, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word. The thing that Unity does from Rick and Morty. Assimilation, that's it. Like, he might not be able to assimilate an entire room, but I can slowly make people disappear until there's only one person left. And as far as everybody here is concerned, I am whoever this Black Watch soldier was in his life, and still can be. Again, I have all of his memories. I have his DNA. I have all of his physical and mental features. Like, there is zero way of anybody here to distinguish Alex Mercer from Black Watch Soldier. Alex Mercer, Black Watch Soldier. And nobody notices that. That's interesting. Right, so we need to cause some trouble. So I'm gonna shoot you, 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 and here we go. like, I'm not gonna sit here and claim Alex Mercer is like the ultimate in power, because I'm sure, you know, there is a death battle matchup that could just one-shot Alex Mercer into oblivion, but like, he pretty much has everything that a, you know, a video game protagonist could ever possibly need. He has super speed, super strength, the ability to change himself into any NPC around. So, for example, if there's any NPC walking around the streets and you're like, wow, you have a really cool outfit, I want to look like you. Well, guess what? Consume that NPC and you get to run around and be him. I get to run around and be any military guy that I want. You know, I can pick things up, I can throw them, I can cause all of the carnage that I want. Like, there's just so much good things that this game did. Alright, let's drop that. What's up, guy? You just over here by your lonesome? Yeah, that's cool. Now we will be together forever. Yes, I know, that line was intentionally supposed to sound creepy. Because what Alex Mercer is doing is beyond creepy. And then the more people that we dispose of, the less time they have to react to when I inevitably start destroying this military base, which is going to happen in approximately 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Initiate. Whoop. Dunzo. Alright, y'all want to see the Spike Devastator in action? Here you go. I'm about to do it. I would like for things to be around me when I do it. Here we go. There you go. Alright, so now we're going to head to the Infected Consume event. We're going to get him. Military expenditure, 66.4 million. Yeah, I didn't get to read it all. It went by too fast. Sorry, chat. Maybe somebody can freeze frame that and tell us what I wasn't able to read. Leave it in a comment below. Why not? I'm just going to have the most morbid comment section. It's just going to be nothing but, like, military expenditure, military casualties, civilian casualties, infected casualties. And just all these stats written out. I would love that. If y'all were to do that for this video, that would be the best. I would take so much delight in just seeing random stats for random points. And you know what? I'm going to open up the table a little bit more. Go ahead and post just any random stats that you can think of in terms of, you know, casualties and other things. Say that I killed people's cats. How many cats did I kill? How many dogs did I kill? Did somebody have a pet bird? Did I murder somebody's pet bird without even realizing it? Show me the casualties in the comment section below. I really look forward to reading them. Hive destruction. 3 minutes, 30 seconds. Gotta kill the hive. Let's go. Now, here is part of the challenge. You see how far away the hive is? So, not only do we have to go and do all the fighting, we also have to start working on our land travel. Which kind of goes back to what I was talking about before about optimizing Alex's movement. Because there are certain ways to keep him moving fast horizontally, And obviously his jump dash is how to keep him moving fast vertically. But it's the horizontal movement that we primarily become interested in because, well, that's how we gain distance. Obvious statement is obvious. Alright, so one thing that I like to do is we get in a tank and we aim at the building and we spam just until we're right about to destroy it. So let's hit it, and stop. Oh, I fired one rocket too many. We were supposed to stop when it had like a notch of health, and then we could go around and just like fight everything. And then right before the time expired, could like throw a car at it or do a devastator or something, but I completely messed that up. What's up, Hunter? You want to do this? I can take you. Boop, boop, bam, 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 bam. And kapow! And eat. I am the best. Oh, y'all don't like that? Y'all don't like that? Here you go. Achoo! Oh man, I sneezed. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. I really just need to get that under control, man. I hate it when that happens. Alright, chat, what does this operation report say? How many things did I just kill? How much expenditure did I just cost? I think, if I am mistaken, we did all of the side content stuff, so let's move on with some story. Now, if we are where I think we are about to hit what everybody says is the worst part of this game. And I am halfway with it, but also halfway not. And I will explain as we start going through all of it. Because there is a cool thing that happens. Oh no, this isn't the mission that I'm thinking of. Okay. Forget everything I said. Just ignore my ramblings. We're not there yet, folks. I'm getting ahead of ourselves.
I think I might be able to get you close to McMullen. The news has been showing an endless loop of Blackwatch scientific teams turning up at hives. Those teams have to be working for McMullen, right? If they are, then one of them has got to know how to get to him. Get into one of those areas and draw McMullen in.
McMullen is the key to all of this.
Well said, Alex.
McMullen is head of research. He knows what happened to me. I need to draw him out.
Okay. Right, so, like I was explaining during our last stream, you can use the cars as a means of dashing. That way you don't have to jump. And you see just how much faster that was. So, if we can get to the point where we can master that type of movement, like, I believe we can blow speedrun records out of the water with where we're at right now. Obviously, there's a lot of work to go into it. Even I am just, like, far from anything in terms of it being useful. But, you know, speedrun communities are always looking for something to aspire towards. There you go. I just gave you something. Let's see. You. I need to consume you. What's up, buddy? Oh, no. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to take the car. No, they killed him. The hunters killed him. Dang it, now I have to wait for like another one or something. Ugh. Bad hunter. Ugh. Bad hunter. Give me your health. There we go.
The outbreak
outbreaks seem to be centered around these areas. The focus, as we've seen, seems to be these buildings. Secure all marked areas for possible insertion of Director McMullen for direct study. He won't touch down until all sniffers read nominal, and make sure none are destroyed.
Engagement protocols?
Anything it takes to clear the ground. When it's all clear, sound off.
So I know I said a little bit ago that I didn't entirely understand Elizabeth Green's plan. I think I may have spoke a little bit too soon on that, because essentially what's going on is, upon Elizabeth Green seeing Alex Mercer, she realized that another outbreak happened. That is the key event she was waiting on. It had nothing to do with Alex himself. He just happened to be the byproduct of the situation. What Elizabeth Green wanted to do was wait for another outbreak to happen so that she could essentially build herself an infected army and take over and basically have the infected become the new human race, right? Which is why, you know, as soon as she becomes free, we end up having all these hives that are sprouting out all over the place. You know, all these infected, all these hunters, like, everything just starts going crazy because Elizabeth Green is the hive mastermind. Everything that the hunters are doing, everything that the infected are doing, everything that all of the monsters, anything with an infected property is doing, they are doing under the orders of Elizabeth Green. Where before we released Elizabeth Green, everything was just kind of existing, kind of aimlessly, not really knowing what to do. Ooh, a hunter just threw a tank at me. That was very rude, sir. I need you to apologize, or feed me. Feed me works. Feed me, yeah, do that one. Alright, Devastator time. Tra-la-la-la-la. Boo-doo-boo-ba-doo. Tell me that the strike team is destroyed. Thank you very much. We're gonna destroy this hive. That's definitely what's gonna happen. I'm gonna grab this car. I'm gonna throw the car. I'm gonna grab this car. We're gonna throw the car again. And we're gonna steal this tank. Now that we have the tank, this hive is as good as dead. And blown up. Hooray! I'm telling you, every little thing that you can do to constantly gain XP in this game, always be doing it. You will definitely need it for your late game playthrough. Okay, run on the road, run a car, dash, dash, run a car, hop, dash, dash, run a car, hop, dash, oh. Okay, so we need to be able to differentiate between hopping on a car and hopping over a car, because that seems to be the true detriment of how this movement strat is working.
McMullen will only land if these sensors tell him it's safe.
So, we now have the ability to sabotage the detectors, whereas before we didn't. So, we walk up to the detector, we press Y or triangle, and we just complete the button combination that we see. Now, one thing that does kind of bother me that this mission does is it gives the false impression that these viral detectors are easier than they really are. You saw that the first one only had 3 button prompts. This second one had like 4 or 5 button prompts. This one is going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 button prompts. So the second one had 4 button prompts. This one has 5 button prompts. And I think all of them are just going to have 5 from now on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. But from now on, every time I go to sabotage a viral detector in free roam, they're all going to require like 5 button presses. Whereas before, I thought that, the button presses escalated because I was doing multiple at a time. So if I found a regular one out in the wild in free roam, it would start off with 3, but every subsequent one would increase to 5. That's not how it works at all. Every single viral detector from here on out is going to require 5 button prompts in order to solve. So do not get that twisted. So what we did there was we sabotaged all the viral detectors, called in that everything was clear, and as McMullen flew in, he saw that the building was still, like, oozing with infection. He looked cross-eyed at Alex Mercer and realized exactly what was going on and said, "Nope, I am noping the hell out of here." And that basically puts us as getting caught. Now, this is not an area to XP grind, because you will notice that every, I don't know, maybe like 20, 30 seconds or so, on top of the infinitely respawning infected, on top of the infinitely respawning military, on top of the infinitely respawning tanks, every so often, we will get... Come on, where is it? I know you're gonna hit me with it. Where is it at? Are you not going to do it? That's weird. It's supposed to be sending, like, airstrikes on top of me, not strike teams, like my version of the airstrikes, where, like, missiles just descend from the sky. Nope. I don't want you doing that. I don't want to deal with that right now. Yeah, okay. Maybe the frequency just increases on hard mode. Anyway, they do that to prevent, like, discourage you from grinding there, but I can't get the thing to repeat. It happened twice. Rewind the video, you'll see it happen. I just kind of move away from it before it does real damage to me. So, in this mission, we earned 50,000 experience, 1 new event is unlocked, military expenditure is $1.9 billion, military casualties is 1,134, civilian casualties is 294, and infected casualties is 1,487. We are continuing. I see a military consume event, so let's rush to do that. Because why not? I predict that this consume event is going to be web targets. Let's see how right I am. Yay! I was right. I didn't think I was going to be right, but I was right. Honestly, you begin to realize that, like, the consume events just kind of operate in a wheel, and the military consume events revolve between web targets, scientist targets.
The subject is exhibiting symptoms of primary infection. We have confirmation from sniffer stations up and down the island. The strain it is carrying is unknown.
What kind of spread are we talking about here?
Thankfully, it seems incapable of crossing water bodies. We've sealed the island's exits. It can be fought here.
Okay, so that's the in-universe explanation as to why only, this entire island is infected, and it doesn't go beyond our island. The infection can't cross water. For whatever reason. Anyway, right. The military consume events revolve around web targets, scientists consume, base infiltration, base destruction, and loop back to start of wheel to continual cycle. I'm sure I'm forgetting like maybe 1 or 2 of them, but essentially that's kind of what it boils down to. And you will notice as we go through that, you know, these missions will slowly begin to get harder and harder. The time on the consume events will...
The red line is drawn. Nothing gets on or off the island without permission from Blackwatch Command.
Sir.
Gentlemen, we've prepared for this moment for 40 years. We will not fail.
Alright, so that's the game telling us that they have sealed off the island. As we heard in dialogue, nothing gets on or off the island of Manhattan without Blackwatch permission. Not that we're trying to get off the island anyway, but just, you know, further explaining the isolation system that this game is forcing upon the player and the environment. Alright, let's get this last one, and we will be done.
Burn the damn thing to the ground with the people in it. Fuck. And this woman comes out on fire and they just open up on her. And they're just laughing. I'm telling you, these guys are fucking Nazis, man.
They were talking about the Blackwatch soldiers right there. Just... And you know, it's a little weird because, like, on the one hand, like, you know, Blackwatch soldiers are just your stereotypical, like, black government type ordeal, right? They're unfeeling, they're uncaring, they kill on, what's it called? Like, they find any reason to terminate things, etc. But given the scope of what they are dealing with, because Blackwatch is specifically designated for, you know, this type of situation, what we see before us. They are essentially what you call when a human extinction event is at hand. You call them, they come in, and they, you know, kill, shoot, all the things that they need to do until everybody is safe again. So if they are, you know, it's kind of like one of those things where put yourself in their shoes. If every little thing has the consequence of annihilating the human race, you know, would you act that way? Should we excuse the behavior? Should we not excuse the behavior? And honestly, I don't have a good answer to this question. I wish I did, but these types of hypotheticals are just a little beyond me, you know? I honestly cannot say. Maybe you guys can tell me in the comments below.
This comes down from on high. The old man is here calling the shots personally. Sir! I need men with ice water in their veins. Nothing crosses the red line.
But, like, you know, again, putting ourselves in the shoes of the Blackwatch soldier. You are told to, you know, as that cutscene just showed us, they have a red line. There is a line that they physically or mentally draw that says nothing gets past this line. And if for whatever reason a Blackwatch soldier gains a conscience and decides, okay, that poor lady over there, she doesn't look like she's a monster, maybe I can let her go, well, guess what? You just let a variant of the Blacklight virus out of Manhattan, and it's going to go infect the entire world. And given the state of, you know, what we've seen Alex Mercer be able to do, like, there is no stopping anything like that. Granted, you know, that one lady wouldn't be an Alex Mercer, but, you know, even, like, these people with the lesser versions of the virus, like, they still get really fucked up. Like, all sorts of things start happening to them. It would literally cause the end of the human race if the Blacklight virus was a real thing and it got out. This would be what caused us to be extinct. Do not get that shit twisted. If the Blacklight virus was real and it got released, none of us would become Alex Mercer. All of us would become all those infected zombies that you see running around that I've been slaughtering by the hundreds and hundreds of thousands. Anyway, This is the mission that I was talking about earlier that everybody hates the consequence of.
Still don't have enough. I need you to go inside a hive. The substance at the center, the material the virus is producing. I think it's the key. With it, I think I can reverse the effect of the virus. And Alex, for what it's worth, I'm sorry it had to play out like this.
Don't be sorry. Just cure this thing.
Yeah, so in case it's not obvious, Karen Parker is literally betraying the shit out of us right now. And honestly, in later Web of Intrigue memories, it is also revealed that Karen Parker might not have even been, like, in a relationship with Alex Mercer. So we end up seeing memories later on down the line where the military guys begin looking at the fact that Alex Mercer doesn't remember anything about his life, and they're like, okay, so maybe we can, you know, lie and make Alex believe that he had a romantic relationship with one of our people, i.e. Karen Parker, and basically get him to trust her. That way she can use him to get genetic material, which has been the only thing that we've been doing for her since we rescued her. And we can use that genetic material that we will get him to acquire for us to make a weapon against him. Let's go. Is there anything that we really need before what's about to happen? We'll get this. We'll get this. We'll get this. We'll get this. Technically we can get that. Yeah, let's get that. We're gonna be able to throw some hunters around. And that's all we can do. And let's make sure that we have some full health, because trust me, we're going to need it. Alright, let's do this. Fun fact, this is one of like 2, maybe 3 times tops that we are physically able to enter the inside of a hive. And it's only during these certain types of story missions. We are never able to enter a hive during free roam exploration. Which we don't get interior stuff until Prototype 2. Prototype 2 definitely expands more on, you know, being able to utilize your powers inside an interior, which honestly, I think that is very fun to do. They did that part right. And then this happens.
You're a hard man to find. I've been looking forward to this.
So, meet Commander Cross. Commander Cross is a human, and yet despite being a human, he is essentially a boss fight. He is our first boss fight of the game. Wha-bam! So we want to attack him while he's trying to attack us. As long as he has that little zap stick out, we cannot attack him without sustaining damage ourselves. Just like that. So, if anybody asks how Cross basically like summoned the infected or however that just worked, I have no idea. My personal headcanon is just he had really good timing on that. Or, during the fight, noticed that the wall began pulsating and got himself out before all the monsters popped out. That's my best explanation for the situation. It's not a great one, but it's all I got. Nope. Oh my god, the infected are getting in my way. Alright, we're gonna do a Devastator on you. That should hurt him a little bit. Not as much as I wanted it to. Now this makes sense. He's able to summon military guys. Yeah, that definitely makes sense. Devastator. That'll get rid of all the lackeys. Run away from him, because he's got his little shock stick of doom. Smack. Honestly, the Whip Fist, I think, does more damage to him than the Muscle Mass, ironically enough. But this is the part of the game that everybody universally hates. And while I am halfway on the track that this part of the game kind of sucks, I am also kind of in the boat that good things come from what's about to happen.
You think you've won, Mercer? You don't even know what fucking game you're playing. Well, I can tell you all you need to know about Penn Station.
And see? He triggered a flash memory, right? Alex Mercer is kneeling, grabbing his head,
I feel sorry for you.
allowing an opening for the counter virus injection, which is basically what just happened. He injected me something that's going to destroy the virus from the inside out. And this takes away all of my transformation powers. So, I do not have the Wolverine claws. I do not have the sock and boppers. I do not have the stretchy arm. I do not have my muscle mass. All I have is my speed, my regular super strength, and my physical combat abilities.
Taking damage. Pour it on.
And so let's just leave and lose our wanted level. There we go. Right, so we gained 75,000 experience for that. 2 events are unlocked. Military expenditure, almost 1.9 billion. Military casualties, 1,145. Civilian casualties, 294. Infected casualties, 1,531. So, we now are infected with the... I'm just going to keep calling it the counter virus. That just seems to flow off my tongue a little easier. So, I have no transformative powers. None of these are unlocked. The only thing I have is Alex Mercer, disguise, running, jumping, attacking. That's all I got. Now, the reason that I like this is because during this time, Alex Mercer will slowly begin to unlock a lot more hand-to-hand combat abilities. And these abilities will be really cool to play around with later on. In the meantime, though, let's... Scientist Hunt. Obviously, to unlock the combat abilities that I am talking about, we need to move forward in the story. Robert Arrington.
On my authority, allow 2 of the Penn Station bodies to be handed over to... Do you have a pen?
Go ahead.
St. Paul's Hospital.
The pathologist's name is
Dr. Raglan.
Director McMullen, you understand I need to report this.
Just do it.
Okay, so that was Dr. McMullen basically giving the order to allow Dr. Ragland to have access to the bodies of the infected individuals from Penn Station, which was what was mentioned to cause Alex Mercer to have that, like, convulsing episode that he used as his opening to implant the virus, the counter virus. Which we'll meet Dr. Raglan later, because he's going to help us with combating our counter virus. So we're going to absorb you. We need to go get the other guard before he gets killed by like an infected or something. So we need to come this way. Where is he? There he is. Alright, defenders are killed. Let's go get the scientists. Consume you. Consume you. And you. There we go. Dunzo. Okay. So... yeah, I guess we can do the events. Where is he at? Ah, there he is. Oh, military area attacking him. Wait, I need him. Alright. You're good. Hive destruction. Oh no. Bye, guys. Oh, I should have consumed one of those guys. Oh well. There will be more military guys. It's not the end of the world. Okay, so now that I do not have a, I don't have my muscle mass, I don't have anything like that. I need to further rely on, military weapons, military armors, military guns and vehicles, because I don't have any of my shape-shifting powers, and that can be a little detrimental. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here and not take that tank, because that tank just died. Actually, I want to get that helicopter. I don't like the helicopters. Helicopter's going to take me about, what, 2 kicks? There we go. I could have let him call a strike team, but I really didn't want to deal with them. Strike teams are very annoying in this game. Like, they are the hardest thing to fight constantly. Alright, I need another tank to show up so I can destroy this hive effectively. I don't want to throw vehicles at it because that'll just raise my alert and not do as much damage as I want it to. I got 2 minutes. As long as a tank can show up at any point in time in the next minute and 30 seconds, we'll be good. I say that, but the last time I said something like that, the commander guy didn't show up, the thing I needed didn't show up. So I might just have to start throwing cars at it, because... Alright. Maybe if I get them angry, they'll send a tank after me. Look at me, I'm Alex Mercer. I'm killing your guy. Send a tank after me. Throw a car. Oh, shoot. Yeah, now y'all want to throw a tank, don't you? There it is. Okay. I'm gonna run away. Transform. Come back. Tank, tank, tank. Where's tank? Where'd the tank go? What? They already destroyed the tank? Wow. Okay. Well, we almost got it destroyed anyway, so let's just throw a couple more cars at it. And boom, we're done. Alrighty. You kept destroying my tanks. I don't like that. All easy military consume events have been completed. So from now on, we are going to be doing medium difficulty military consume events, which will make things harder by making less time for certain things and giving more targets for like web consumption and scientist hunts and other things like that. It's not like anything too drastic, to be perfectly honest. It's really just little things, but you know, it does increase the difficulty. Alright, so there's this kill event over here, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to use this tank to kill military people. Yeah. So, the easiest way to do this is ironically the exact opposite of how we did the infection missions. So you remember how we focused on all the foot soldiers for the infected? For this, we actually want to only focus on the tanks. Because when we destroy the tanks, that gives us a score of 5. And for every tank we end up, you know, destroying, that is another 5 count added to our kill count. So we can target the little foot soldiers running around all over the place, but to be perfectly honest, they're kind of elusive, kind of annoying to hit, and it's just all in all better to just focus on the big guys. We do want to be careful though, because as you can clearly see, our tank is very fragile. It dies very quickly, so we kind of want to keep ourselves moving and difficult for them to surround and like heavy fire upon. I really wish there was a way to make the turning of the tank turret faster rather than just aiming at something on your left. Because that turn speed is atrocious. Just awful. Alright. So, as you may or may not have noticed, the hard part is not getting the kill count. The kill count is honestly a little easy. The hard part is surviving with our fragile little tank long enough to enjoy the fact that we are easily able to hit our kill count. Alright, we just need to kill the tank, and then we're good. Honestly, we could just stop right now if we wanted to. But yeah, you see how difficult it is to kill these little foot soldiers running around? Like, they hide around things, and you can't blow the things up, so you can't kill them. Always easier, just go after the big tanks. They give you higher numbers. Because apparently it takes 5 military peoples to operate 1 APC, but whatever. I don't think that's how that works, but game if you insist. Alrighty. So that is all of the... Oh, nope, we have 2 more. I stand highly corrected. So let's go to the glide event over here. And the other thing that you need to watch when trying to implement this strategy is your momentum and where it's carrying you. Because if you press the dash too early, as you saw there, you can send Alex Mercer, you can send Alex going up kind of in an upward projection instead of a downward projection. We want him going downward so he can hit the street that much faster. And then, you know, every little bit in the speedrun counts, right? Glide to the pedestal, get within 5 meters, let's go. Three, 2, 1, go. Bullseye. That was almost perfect. Like, that's going to be like a 0.5, 0.3 meters away. Something along those lines. 0.69. Alright. Alright, there's one more glide mission, so let's go do that. And this last glide mission will put us right next to our next mission objective. Alright. Glide and drop. Look at that. Tell me it's 6'9" again. Aw, 149. Alright. We have 256,000 experience points. That is good. Let's unhighlight that so that doesn't annoy me. Gonna glide, gonna dash, we're gonna do all the things.
Shit, but this might help.
McMullen?
No, but they're watching someone for him. Okay, it's this doctor named Bradley Ragland.
Where is he?
Whoa. He's a good guy. Okay, you find him, he helps us get to McMullen. He's uptown at St. Paul's Hospital. He runs some work there. Wait, hold on. There's more. Alright, so I did some research on Hope, Idaho. It was an army town. On July 21st, 1969, it vanishes from the map. The official word was that it was an anti-government gun nut standoff. Some militia killed a bunch of people, and the feds killed the militia. Now, there's only one survivor. Notice a girl, second from the left.
Elizabeth Green.
Looks an awful lot like a college student these days. Not bad for 55 years old.
Hope Idaho was an experiment.
How could you possibly know that?
The people I've killed, they're in me. I can hear them, see the things they've done.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I can understand it all. I'm supposed to do these things, but it's right. I can feel it.
Find Ragland and ask him about McMullen.
So you wanna know the best part about that scene? Alex Mercer does the whole, like, Batman disappearing thing on her. And there is no question in your mind how that is possible. You instantly know that he was able to super speed himself away. Okay, so I believe this is where we are going to end things for now. We have lost our powers, we're all infected. Alex Mercer isn't looking too hot. Next time we end up playing, we are going to find all of our powers and figure out what's to do next. So, thank you guys for joining me today. I have been GoTrunks_Armada. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, all that good stuff. And I shall see you guys in the next episode of Prototype. This was a great game.